Okay, yes. Welcome here. We're just starting. First of all, Vitsuland online live. Just adjusting. Very good. Very good. Welcome back to Vitsuland online live. Okay, we're starting our fourth edition of Vitsuland online live. Just adjust this webcam. All right. All right. Very good. We are just starting. Okay. Pixeland Online Live, the fourth edition of Pixeland Online Live. And today we're going to talk about articles. Okay. So this is the topic for today. Today we're going to talk about articles. It's quite simple, of course. I think you probably know a little bit about articles or how articles deal with nouns or how to insert an article in a sentence, but we're going to talk about different aspects related to articles, okay? So it's going to be quite interesting, this one, okay? And we're going to have exercises, so it's going to be a little bit simple because there is no what secret, especially in English, that we have like three articles, and sometimes we don't use articles, so we're also going to verify these situations that we do not use an article. Okay, so this is gonna be the aim or the thing for today. All right. So let me just share my screen here. Share screen. Wonderful. All right. Let me just here. This one, yeah. Very good. Very good. So we're just starting, okay? So today we're gonna talk about articles. And why did I choose this topic? Some people or some English students, they don't mind about articles or they think it's really simple, but sometimes they misunderstand or they don't know some details related to articles, okay? So it's really important to understand and to memorize and to know by heart these articles and how to use these articles in your writing skills or even whilst you're speaking something or you're talking to someone or when you have an idea. So it's really important to know this, especially because it has a relation with the nouns. Yeah, so it's really important to do it, to know how to use it. All right, and how to manage the situation. All right, so we're gonna talk about articles today, and it's gonna be really interesting. This one. Uh, all right, so before we start, we have the warm up, okay, to start our class or our life, I would say maybe. So, what is full of holes but still holds water? What is full of holes but it still holds water? Okay, this is the tricky question. This is the riddle. If you don't know what is a riddle, I'm gonna repeat what I already told you in the first Vitsuland online live. So a riddle is a funny question with a funny answer. Okay, so it's kind of a game, a puzzle. Okay, of guessing. When you try to guess the answer or the idea of a possible response to this situation. So what is full of holes but still holds water? Holes. So a hole can you through a hole you can transpass everything. Okay, so what is full of holes but it still holds water, but it still maintains water inside it? Yeah, what is full of holes but it still maintains, keeps this water inside it? Okay, I'm already telling you that is an object because I'm telling it. I'm telling you it. So you already know that it's an object. But what is it? Do you have any idea? Do you know what is full of holes but it still holds water? Hmm? Let me just check out. I'm trying to adjust my webcam here just a minute. Yeah, I think it's better now, isn't it? All right. So, do you have any idea? Do you know what is full of holes but still holds water? No, not at all. So this one is a sponge. Okay, a sponge like this one does. green one and this yellow one. So it's really, really common, especially if you use a kitchen, yeah, to do your dishes, to wash your dishes, or maybe to clean up something else in your house. Some people use it to cleaning up like bathrooms, yeah, or a bicycle, yeah. It's really, really useful sponge. Okay, so when you're, for example, using a sponge, yeah, you can use it. It holds water, but it's full of holes, yeah. So this is the tricky one. This is the secret. Of course, to try to solve these riddles, you have to think outside the box. You cannot be obvious. Yeah, you have to be think outside the box. You have to be creative, and this is really, really interesting. This is really, really interesting. I'm trying to adjust this here. Let me check out how is my camera. I'm not sure if my camera is okay. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Yeah. All right. All right. Very, very good. Very, very good. I think we have one person here. Welcome you ones. You're watching the Vitsoland online live. Welcome here. If you wanna let any comment, please let me know. Okay, in the comments. If you wanna say something or write something, please let me know in the comments. All right. So welcome. And our sharing moment. This is also an important moment that we share information related to art, and it's really, really important to know some art concepts or some art ideas. Yeah, so that's why I brought this art sharing moment. All right, so this one today we're gonna talk about Inception. Do you know this movie? Have you ever seen it? It's a movie related to dreams, yeah, and dream is something really, really abstract, yeah, that we have or we deal with it when we are sleeping, for example. And we have different kinds of dreams, yeah, some bad dreams that we call nightmare, yeah, and some of them they are really, really good. So it depends on your dream, it depends on the situation that you're living. You're gonna have a good dream or a bad dream, or maybe you can just attract it according to your conscious feelings and things related to that. Who knows? Yeah, some people believe it's spiritual. There are many, many definitions or theories that try to explain what is a dream. But in this case, I really like this one because the scenes, yeah, the special effects of the movie. If you've seen it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. It's really, really impressive, especially the spot that the streets and the buildings they torn. Yeah, like they almost touch each other. It's really, really impressive. Of course, it's science fiction, sci-fi, but it's really, really, really good when it comes to the main plot. Yeah, because Leonardo DiCaprio is a widow. Yeah, and he has to go deeper in her dreams. Like, to sum it up, I'm not gonna explain the whole story, but to sum it up, there are different levels of dreams, and he has to reach the fifth level. I think it's that, so he can find her ex-wife, the one who's dead. I don't remember if she was murdered or not because I've seen this movie a long time ago. But it's really interesting, this movie, and I like Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor as well. And the girl, oops, a mosquito, sorry, Ellen Page. It's really, really good. She's really, really good as well. So this is really interesting. This movie, yeah. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend, especially if you like science fiction. But you know, it's not just related to science fiction because the relationship between Leonardo DiCaprio and her ex-wife, I would say that, and the way he maintains, like there's a spin that he uses to know if he's dreaming or not. So it's really, really interesting. I like this philosophy related to this movie. All right, so if you didn't watch it, really, I strongly recommend you to watch this movie. All right. And today we're gonna talk about articles. All right, so let's start it. Let's start it. So it's really it's impressive when we talk about this. Of course, if we compare to Portuguese language, any other Latin language, even Spanish, Italian, French, or even German, we have less articles. Like we have just 3 articles in English. Yeah, we're gonna talk about them later on. But it's important to remind and to make you remember that we have 2 definitions to articles. And as I'm a journalist, yeah, I have a bachelor in journalism, and then I became an English teacher. So that's why I brought you those 2 definitions. Yeah. So when we think about an article, we have to consider these 2 definitions, right? So as a journalistic gender or journalism gender, yeah, an authorial text based on a theme or a subject. So a journalist in general, yeah, he or she writes a text expressing his or her opinions, judgment, yes, when he's writing an article. It can be used in other kinds of vehicles like television, internet, radio. It's less common, but it can be expressed or used in these vehicles like digital ones, electronic ones. So this is one of the concepts of an article, yes. It's a subjective text, so it's a text that expresses the opinion or the judgment or the impressions or the feelings or the particular point of view of the theme or the subject. So in general, when someone is going to write an article, he or she has to think about what's his or what's her point of view. What does he consider or what does she consider important to write about? So I remember that when I was in college, I used to write an article about the Waters Day, World Waters Day, or something like that. So I just selected a theme, a subject, and I wrote a text about it. Okay, so this is a not. This is one thing. Okay, but today we're gonna talk about article related to grandma. Okay, when we talk about grandma. And what can we consider an article? Okay, when we talk about grandma. A determiner. What is a determiner? Is a particular that will refer to a noun or a subject and will help the reader or the listener, the person that is reading or listening to the text, understand what does it refer to. Okay, what does the text refer to? Okay, so this is a determiner. We're gonna talk exclusively about articles today. There are other determiners as well, but today we're just gonna talk about articles, right? So this is the idea of this of Excellent Online Live, right? This is the main idea of Excellent Online Live today. So today we're gonna talk about articles. There are gonna be other sessions in the future that we're gonna talk about other parts of speech, but today we're just gonna talk about articles, and this is the main idea of it, like understanding the situation and how to apply an article and how to verify if an article is properly applied or not. Okay, so this is the main idea. So we're gonna have exercises as we always have. Okay, we're gonna have everything that you already know that we've been done during this weeks. All right, so I just brought you some examples as I do, okay, normally. So you are the guy, you are the guy. She's a girl, she's a girl. They are a cat and a dog, they are a cat and a dog. And the birds fly over the clouds, the birds fly over the clouds, right? So we have here 4 sentences and you can, of course, observe that I underscored. There are some words that are underscored here, yes. So I did it intentionally, yeah, to make you remember to remind you that these words are the ones that we're gonna talk about today. Okay, so we're gonna talk about a, the, and we're gonna talk about another one that I'm gonna explain you furthermore. Okay, so these are the words that we're gonna talk about. So what do these underscore words have in common? Remember that when I bring this question, and this is something that I've been doing during this Switzerland online live, because there are many teachers, there are many ways to understand and to think about grammar, and I'm always trying to bring you a new idea or a new way to observe and to analyze grammar. Okay, let's just try not to be so obvious. Okay, because of course, if you want to be obvious, you can be, but you're going to repeat and reproduce what people are already doing, so it's going to make no sense, you know. So that's why I bring this question. So when I ask you this, it's not a tricky. I know sometimes people think, oh, you're being tricky, or you're not trying to give me the proper answer, or I'm not answering it the right way, but why are you doing this? Sometimes we have to stimulate you to think about it in a different way, to do it differently. Yes, because we are not just teachers, we're not just exposing ideas. We have to help you think about your own life and your points of view. Yeah, you can develop your points of view and find different points of view and even reveal what you think about an article or grammar. So this is the intention of Switzerland Online Live as well. So what do these underscore words have in common? They are determining a characteristic of a noun or the characteristic of a noun. So remember that I just showed you. Let me just come back here in a minute. Remember that I just told you that the articles or an article is a determiner. So when you're dealing with an article, or when you're writing an article, or when you reading an article, when you are in touch with an article, you are in touch with a particular that determines something. Okay, so an article is an important part of speech because it determines the meaning of something, a sentence or a word or a couple of words or the whole clause. It doesn't matter, but it can really change the world, the sentence and the meaning. Okay, so it's really important to know articles. So we are talking about a particle that determines something different. Okay, another idea, another expression, or maybe just is referring to another thing. Okay, it's just giving you a guidance or indicates something different. Okay, so an article is a determiner. It's something that determines another thing. All right. So we have here, they're determining a characteristic of a noun or a subject. Okay, so in general, they are like a noun's best friend. Of course, we talked already about adjectives, but in this case, we're talking about nouns. Yeah, so today's noun, we're talking about nouns, no, articles, I mean. So we're talking about articles. So articles, they are also connected to nouns. So they have this strong connection to the noun, to a noun, for example. This is the idea of an article, to determine. But how does it determine something? How is this determination? Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it right now. So pay attention again to the expressions and the words that I just wrote you and I presented you in the beginning of this session, this Switzerland online live. So we have here the guy, a girl, a cat, a dog, the boats, the clouds. So we have here the and uh is an undetermined, not determined, indefinite. Yes. I'm sorry, my cell phone just hold on. And the determined. Okay, but we're gonna talk about it in the future. So notice that these words they have these articles. And I would say an article is a noun's best friend. Okay, because they are always connected. Yeah, they are really really friends. They are really amazing ones. When we start learning English, when we are learning how to write a sentence, articles they are really really important in our life, in our lives. Yeah. Uh, let's just check out here. So we have here the guy, a girl, a cat, a dog, the birds, the clouds. We're gonna talk about it in the future because we are gonna come back to this expressions and situations, and we are gonna explain how does it work, how is the function, how is it. Oops. Notice that they are referring to a subject. Okay, this is the main purpose of an article. Okay, so they are referring to something, they are giving an idea of something, they are giving um, characteristic of something, a quality or something that is not so good as well. They are giving you some tips, or they are giving you some guidance, they are giving you a track of something. Okay, so what kind of track, which characteristics are the articles giving you when you read an article or when you listen to an article? That's what we're going to talk about right now and today. So this is the main idea to refer. Okay, so when I told you that nouns and articles are best friends, it's because an article gives an information, an important information about a noun. Yeah, so that's why they are friends. They are really, really friends because they work together. Yeah, they are communicating to each other. They establish a kind of a communication. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it in the future, and you're gonna check it out. Okay, so this is the main purpose of an article, and today we're talking about articles. So articles establish information about the nouns. They establish information about the nouns. So imagine that you wanna tell someone about something. You wanna give some information about something. So depending on the information that you wanna give to this person, that you wanna transmit to this person, you're gonna use a specific article. So this is the idea. Yeah, an article is a part or an element of the speech that gives this idea related to a noun, especially to a noun or to subject. Yeah, so they are important when you are writing and reading, because depending on the situation or the article that you write, you are saying a thing or another one. So that's why you should learn articles and how to use articles in your life, in your daily routine, right? So this is really really important. All right, this is really really important. We're gonna talk about it. So they should be reviewed whilst you were either reading or writing a text. Because if you're reading a text, so you are inputting, you are receiving the information, and sometimes you don't know if it's a singular or plural. We're going to talk about it in the next one. And you don't know if it's definite or indefinite. So We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so that's the importance of an article. Okay, so in general, articles they are these elements. They are the small words, I would say little words, tiny words that help us when we are determining or saying that something is not defined. When we are sometimes pointing out something, when we are highlighting a situation, or when we are just saying that something is absolutely ordinary or common or is not as important as the other things. So that's why we use articles. We use them to to refer to the situation, to indicate the situations, all right? So this is the main purpose of an article, right? So English has basically three sorts of articles. So we have three articles in English. That's why it seems to be easy, but you have to pay attention when you were writing or reading, because you cannot make a mistake. Or if you do it, just review or check out this Vitsulan Online Live again. Okay, so this one, the intention of this Vitsulan Online Live number 4 is to give you some tips or to help you when you are writing an article or reading an article or thinking about an article. Okay, so this is the main intention of this Vitsulan Online Live number 4 or the fourth one. So we have A and N as indefinite articles. Oops, let me just a minute. So we have here A and N as indefinite. Let me just scroll here. Okay. A and N as indefinite articles, and the as indefinite article. And when we have for plural, it can be an indefinite articles as well. This seems to be a little strange, but when you are adapted to English, when you know English, when you understand English, it becomes easy. Uh, of course, to think about like and just two, but how is it? How about the male and female and no, please. When we are learning English or when we are learning any other language, try not to translate or to make a build or construct a relation with your mother language, okay? We are learning English, so try to think about it in English. So A and uh, A and N. That's it. Okay, undefined article. So if you're a Portuguese native speaker or Spanish native speaker or an Italian native speaker, try to understand that we just have these as undefined article. A, N, and the in case of plural. Okay, and a defined article as well. Yeah, because we're gonna see some examples in the future, okay, related to that. Just to let you know, but let you understand this situation, I'm gonna just scroll here back. Like the guy, so I'm determining who is the guy. Okay, so a girl can be anyone. A cat can be any cat. A dog can be any dog. The birds. So in this case, the birds and the clouds, according to the sentence. Let's just go back here. The birds fly over the clouds. In this case, we are not determining. Okay, this case is a case of plural. These are a plural nouns. Yes, so we use the in this case. So the birds fly over the clouds, but they are indeterminate. They're indefinite articles. Okay, like they are not defined specific. We are not defining specific clouds or specific birds. No, the birds, the clouds, anyone. But it's more than one. You know, like when we have more than one, when we have two or more, we use the. Okay, so let's go Calm down, okay, relax. I know sometimes it seems a little bit strange in the beginning, but we're gonna do some exercises. We're gonna review these, okay? So first of all, if we have here A and N as in defining article, what's the difference between A and N? How can we defer these two articles? So we use A before words that starts with a consonantal sound. Okay, sorry, with a consonantal sound. So a sound of a consonant. Okay, a bird, a car, a doll. Okay, so here we have A. We have A. Okay, so we have just a bird, a car, a doll. So we have here, pay attention, B, C, D. Okay, so these are common consonants, but I'll ask you to pay attention now because we're gonna verify some details here. Okay, um, some words start with a vowel, however, they have a consonantal noun, the sound of the consonantal sound. Okay, so the sound of a consonant, like these ones, a universe, a unique. In this case, we have the sound of you. So it's you. So in this case, we're not gonna use we're gonna use a as well. Okay, a universe, a unique. So of course, if you're clever and intelligent, you already notice that when you have consonantal sound or consonants, we use a. Okay, a universe, a unique. Okay, so these we have a vowel. Okay, we have a consonantal. Okay, so we have these a before these words. Okay, it's different from, for example, if I just say the vowel A, the vowel A. Okay, I'm specifying which vowel is that one. The vowel A. Okay, so I use the, but we're gonna talk about it in the future. And we use an before words that start with a vowel sound. So in case of vowels, okay, or vowel sound, because we're gonna verify some exceptions in the in the next slide. So we use a, an apple, an orange, an issue, an image, an ego. So these words they start with a vowel sound. And in this case, we are also starting with vowels. Yes, so an apple, an orange, an issue, an image, an ego. Okay, so we have these characteristic. All right. And some words start with a consonant, however, they have a vowel sound. An hour sounds O, an honor sounds O as well. So, what's the point? And what do you have to be aware of when you are exercising or when you're writing or when you're saying a word in English and you're going to use an article, okay? You have to understand and to think about the sound that this article has, okay, or presents. So if it's a vowel sound, a sound of a vowel, so you're gonna use an. If it's a consonant sound, you're gonna use a. So it doesn't sometimes it can be a vowel or a consonant, but you have to verify the sound. Okay, you have to check out the sound of the word, of the first syllable of the word. And this is the secret to verify the sound. Okay, this is the secret of these articles. Omitted articles. So we already saw a and n. We saw that it's a defined one, and which cases we do not use an article or they are omitted. They are not shown. Okay. We can also say like zero articles in some cases. Yeah, so we also have these idea. In some abstract ideas, for example, Ted likes having dinner. When we have, for example, dinner, breakfast, lunch, in this case, these are abstract ideas. Yeah, like of course that you are gonna have your time with your family or alone. You're gonna have your meal, but in this case, we do not use articles. Like we do not say like Teddy likes having the dinner. No, like Teddy likes having dinner. Okay, uh, or his dinner time, for example. But we do not use articles. All right. Dream is a tool to imagination. Dream is a tool to imagination. So dream is also an abstract concept. Dream is a tool to imagination. So we do not use the as well. So the imagination. Oh, to imagination. Okay, dream is a tool to imagination. We're using a to because two is a little bit concrete. Okay, but that's it. Okay. Languages and nationalities. So Americans are always studying languages. It's just an example, of course, but Americans are always studying language. They are always studying languages. In this case, we didn't say like the Americans, the British. No, Americans. Okay, so we do not use an article in this case. They're omitted. Okay. And subjects and sport. What kind of subjects? Especially schooler subjects, yes. In sport, different kind of sports, different sort of sports. Okay, so Sammy loves to play tennis. Sammy loves to play tennis. So we do not say like to play the tennis. No, to play tennis. Okay. Donna is not good at science. Donna is not good at science. So we don't say like we don't say Sonia is not good at the science. No, Donna is not good at science. All right. So this is the main idea. This is the main purpose of these omitted articles. All right. Let me just check out here one thing before we continue. Yeah, it's myself. Do not or don't use the with. Which situations we do not use the with? For example, when we refer to a TV or television, yes, I watch television every day. We're not gonna say like I watch the television every day. Next or last plus a specific moment, like last day or next month or last year or next Tuesday. So in this case, when we have these expressions, these specific expressions, we do not use the before these expressions, all right? So we have here some examples. Dan will post the photos next week. So just take a look at this sentence. Dan will post the photos because um, just specifying which photos are these ones. So I am saying that there are these and these and these photos. Okay, next week, next week. So I'm not saying the next week. No, next week. I'm gonna do it next week or next day, next year. Okay, I'm not using the in this case. And another example with last. Charlie went to school last day. Charlie went to school last day, a day before. Okay. So we do not say the last day. No. Charlie went to school last day. Okay. So we omit. We don't use the in this case. It's not used. Okay. So we have these specific situations that we do not use the. All right. Now let's do some exercises. Let's practice a little bit. So complete with a, and, or the. Okay, so let's start the exercises. I love this moment. Uh, Let me just start with the tool here, the writing tool. So the White Horse is located in Washington, D.C. It's in Washington, D.C. So in this case, we use the. Check out if it's writing here. Just a minute. Is it writing? Just a minute. What's going on here? Is it writing? I wrote it here and it's just stuck. I don't know why. Let me try it over again. No, I think I need to use another. So just a second. Text. Oh, comments. Yeah. Type right. Text box. This is it. So we use the White House. Oops. The White House is located in Washington, D.C., okay? That's the place, okay? I know Tanana girl who can help you. I know Tanana girl who can help you. In this case, we're not determining a specific. Of course, you can think about it, but in this case, we are talking about a general, okay? A general. One in amount of in a group of girls, I would say. So I know a girl who can help you. A girl who can help you. No, 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 ostrich can buy and hurt me. No, 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 ostrich can buy and hurt me. So in this case, we do not have a specific one. For example, of course, ostrich is not a common animal, but we're not defining any specific like name of ostrich. So let's imagine that they are in a zoo, for example, and then an ostrich came by and hurt me, okay? An ostrich came by and hurt me. Let's check out the exercise number 4. It's really interesting. Dan saw Nanana box in front of Nanana street. Dan saw Nanana box in front of Nanana street. So in this case, we have one for box and one for street, but they're different. Okay, so then you saw a box because it's not a specific one, like any box. So a box in front of, and now we have to specify because we're talking about a specific place. Okay, in front of the street. In front of the street. We have a specific street and we are like pointing or we are just showing, determining a specific one. Say in front of the street. You bought banana onions and 3 peaches. You bought banana onions and 3 peaches. Okay, so in this case, we have onions. So an onion, okay? An onion and 3 peaches because we have a vowel sound here, an onion. Okay. So we're gonna say an onion. All right, very, very good, very, very good. And what else we have here? Right thing is the right thing to do is to give him money back. Right thing to do is to give him money back. So in this case, we're talking about a specific thing. We're determining. So the right thing to do is to give him the money back because it's a specific money as well. It's not any money. The money back. Give him the money back. Okay, so let's suppose that you stole or the person stole this guy or this girl. So give him the money back. Okay, the specific money as well and the right thing. So a specific right thing. Okay, so we use the in these cases. Okay. Now we have a text. Okay, a short text here. You're gonna complete with a, an, or the. Okay. So what do I suggest when you have these kind of exercise? I think I told you in the first vol. I'm gonna repeat it now. Okay. So read the text, the whole text, to understand the context, and then you just come back and complete the blanks. Okay, so Sharon is the girl who lives in the street. She's blonde and has the curly hair. Her mother owner of na shop, gave her na advice. Don't come home late, otherwise your dad will have na headache. Her father's Brian. He is na good guy, but extremely jealous. He thinks Cheryl is still na baby. If I had na opportunity, I will talk to her. Okay, so let's observe now the situations. Let's read each sentence and let's fill in the blanks, okay? Sharon is na girl who lives in na 7th Street. So in this case, we can say a girl. Sharon is a girl because we have 7th Street. So 7th Street is a street. In general, we don't have just one girl who lives in the street. We have some girls, yeah, several girls that live in the street. So Sharon is a girl, a girl. Sharon is a girl who lives in the 7th Street because we are specifying which street is that one? The 7th Street. So we are determining the 7th Street, okay? She's blonde and has curly hair. Okay, so we have here. She has a curly hair. Because it's curly hair an amount of the whole ones. So there are many people who has these curly hair, but it's not the curly hair. It's not a specific one. We're not specifying this. Curly hair is something that is common. It's a physical characteristic, physical trait. Yeah. So, uh, a curly hair. Okay. All right. Just a minute. Technologies. Yeah. All right. Her mother, owner of shop, gave her advice. Okay, so in this case, let's stop here. Her mother, owner of shop. So owner shop. The owner of a shop, okay, because we are specifying a characteristic of or a charge or a responsibility, a duty of the mother. Okay, so the owner of a shop or a shop in this case, the owner of a shop. Pay attention because in this case we are not saying which shop is this one. So it can be any shop. A shop. The owner of a shop gave her advice. Okay, so let's imagine that when we think about a mother, she can give many advices. Yeah, so we're talking about some advice, a specific one, but it's not a determined. You know, like so we can say like an advice. Okay, an advice. Give her an advice. All right. Don't come home late, otherwise your dad will have. So pay attention, we have H here, but a headache, okay? Because the sound is headache. It's not headache, no, headache. So it starts with the sound of a vowel, of a consonant. Yeah, so a headache, not an headache, no, a headache. Her father's Brian. He's good guy, but extremely jealous. A good guy, yes, he's a good guy, but extremely jealous. He thinks Sharon is still a baby. I already said a baby. Yes, like baby. It's not a specific baby. No, a baby. Okay, like he treats her as if she were a baby. If I had an opportunity, I would talk to her. If I have an opportunity, I would talk to her. If I have an opportunity, okay, an opportunity, I'll talk to her. Not the opportunity. It's not specific one. An opportunity. I'll talk to her. All right. So we have here another one. Find the missing articles and rewrite the sentences. Okay. So we have here some sentences, and you have to find the missing article and rewrite it. So Bororo is the I already told you. Bororo is a small city, a small town. Okay, so we have in this case, Bororo is a small town. Okay, Bororo. Oops, just a second. Bororo is a small town. Because we are talking about a characteristic, but it's a common one. Like it's not specifying it. Okay, so A is a small town. Let's use this to the next one. Johnny likes size of sneakers. Johnny likes size of sneakers. Likes the size of the sneakers, okay? Johnny likes the size of the sneakers. Johnny likes the size of the sneakers. Why we're using the and the? Because we're specifying the size. We're specifying the sneakers. They are specific ones, right? Not anyone. No, they are specific ones, right? Take care of the puppies. I'm already giving you the answers. So take care of the puppies, okay? The puppies, because there are more than one, not just one. So we use the because they are plural, okay? We just reduce this one. Let me organize this. All right. Take care the puppies. Take care of the puppies. Just a second. Yes. Period. And here, periods. All right. Very good. Very good. I like the big one. Pay attention. In this case, we are specifying big one. Okay, big one. We are specifying which one is in the amount of the other ones. So we can say, I like the big one. I like. What's happening here? Just start it all over again. And yes, I'm gonna do it. It's better. I like the big one. Imagine that someone is asking him or asking her, which one do you like? I like the big one. Okay. It's related to preference, right? So the big one, specifying one. And can you give me a pill? My stomach isn't good. Can you give me a pill? My stomach isn't good. So I'm already answering you. Yeah. Can you give me a pill? A pill. Can you give me a pill? You give me a pill. Okay. The other one is correct, so I'm not gonna rewrite it. Okay. But of course, if you're in a task, you have to rewrite it. But as we have fill space here, we don't have enough space here. Give me a pill. Willie took pictures of pyramids. Willie took pictures of pyramids. So in this case, we need to say Willie took a picture of the pyramids. Because it's a picture, it's not a specific one, but he took a picture of the pyramids. So we are specifying which object or what is the purpose of the picture. Took a picture of the pyramids, right? And the last one, the last but not the least. So we have here, read the sentences, rewrite the ones that need the and check the correct ones, okay? So if they need the, you rewrite. We're just gonna rewrite the expression, yeah, and check the correct one because there are some of them they don't need any the or they don't need anything according to what we saw before. So I accept challenge. In this case, we have to say I accept the challenge. I accept the challenge. Because it's a specific one. We're talking about challenge and it's a specific one in general. Yeah. I accept the challenge. So there's a the missing here. You're good at geography. You're good at geography. So according to what we saw before, there's no need of articles when we use subjects. Yeah. So geography, it's okay. So let's just put it okay. 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 Carlo prepares lunch every day. Carlo prepares lunch every day. It's okay. Like lunch, it's an abstract. We saw like dinner, yeah, breakfast. So we don't need. So okay. Gina is watching TV since yesterday. Gina is watching TV since yesterday. So TV, remember television? We don't use the, so we say it's okay. Jan likes banana way you comb your hair. So in this case, we're gonna use the, okay? Jan likes the way you comb your hair. It's a specific way, okay? It's a specific way. The way you comb your hair. It's not any way. The way you comb your hair is a specific way. And Pam and Cindy will go to London next month. So in this case, we'll go to London next month. Next month doesn't require the, or we don't use the before, remember? So, okay. All right, that's it. Let me just check out here because we're about to finish. Just to end it up, a quote. Okay, so we have a quote to end it up. So we'll live in a rainbow of chaos. We live in a rainbow of chaos. So we have to understand there is a beauty in ourselves, in our body, in our lives, in everything that surrounds us, all the things that are involving us, okay? And we can control these chaos, okay, at the same time. So we have here a reference, okay, books, Brainly quote, the English grammar, Grammarly, Pixabay, that I use the pictures from Pixabay, that is royalties free. So if you're a teacher, this is really useful for you, for your classes, because you don't need to refer. And that's it. Thanks. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for being here watching this live session, the fourth one. Okay, we're gonna have another one next week. We're gonna talk about verbs, but verbs in general. I'm not gonna specify because we're gonna have other sessions related to verbal tenses. Okay, so we're gonna start with all sorts of verbal tenses, but today we're gonna talk about verbs in general, right? So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this live session. I hope it was useful to your English, to your life, and see you next week. All right, bye bye.